Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you the daily Tesla report for Thursday, March 21st, 2024. But before I walk you through the charts, as usual, just want to encourage you to please click like if you haven't already, subscribe to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel, share the content if you would with friends and colleagues, and check out wickedstocks.com, where we offer a full suite of both daily and weekly analytical videos just like this one. Daily analysis in the SPY and the Triple Q, that is the S&P 500 and NASDAQ 100 ETFs. Weekly analysis in the S&P 500 Index, the NASDAQ 100 Index, the Long Bond ETF, the TLT, as well as 2 individual stock picks a week that you never see on YouTube. That is 8 a month that cater to the 3 to 5 week swing trader out to the 3 to 5 month near-term investor. We're always looking for at least 20% moves on those stock picks, and you can check out all of this for no cost for 5 days. We offer a 5-day free trial up front with a wickedstocks.com subscription. So sign up for wickedstocks.com, check it all out. If you don't like what you see within 5 days, you can cancel your subscription at no cost to you whatsoever. Let's take a look at the charts. I will start with this image here, and that is that, we've got a buy signal based on a failed sell signal. I think it's about as simple as I can put it. We did close last week below the 164.37 channel bottom by a 1% margin, barely, but by a 1% margin. That did at the time, going into the weekend and into this week, indicate a longer-term bearish continuation into really the kind of the wide zone between 86 and 101 roughly. But, on Monday we gapped right back above that channel bottom, which you can see on the daily chart, right here. We gapped right back above that Monday. It actually held nicely on Monday. And following that reversal, following the settlement back above the 164.75 channel bottom, the same formation as 164.37 on the weekly chart, we then anticipate now a 2 to 3 week rally to 197.22. A 197.22 is part of a range on the weekly chart anyway, up to 204 even, a new descending 1/3 speed line that is based in part on last week's move low. And so this area considered a 2 to 3 week likelihood where Tesla can top out through April into May, fall back perhaps into the mid 160s. We could fill this wedge out for the next month, possibly two, until the market tips its hand in the respective direction. Now, having settled back above 164.37, I do think there's a case to be made ever so slightly that respective direction remains positive as we move through the second quarter. In other words, holding above 164.37 actually allows the 244.39 channel top over the next 3 to 5 months. And if over the next several weeks we not only test 204 even, but close above it on a weekly basis, that would then indicate 244.39 within about 1 to 2 months or so, I would guess, 2 to 3 at the very most. 244.39 channel resistance able to contain buying on a quarterly basis. But for right now, we're really in this sort of recent buy signal above the 164.37 formation, anticipating 197.22 as a 2 to 3 week objective. Let's take a look at kind of the daily structures right now. We do still have this intraday resistance level, this extreme descending channel top that I've been reluctant to call a session containment level, and I still think that's true because of the buy signal, the reversal that occurred on Monday following the gap right back above 164.75. So it is an intraday resistance. You might even call it support now. I mean, we closed pretty much right at it on Wednesday, but if we have an unchanged open, we are going to open on Thursday above 173.74. And this could be decent support right out of the gates. 173.74 under that scenario, able to contain early selling pressures for the day, and above which 183.06 wouldn't surprise me. 183.06 is actually is it a 3/8 Fibonacci? I actually forget. I think it is here. 50%. There you go. A 50% Fibonacci from the Feb high against the more recent March low from last week. And it can contain session weakness. It also correlates well with this sort of double top for 2 days in a row. There's a few things going on there, but it can contain daily buying pressures. And once again, day traders long above 173.74 exiting taking profits at 183.06. Also, you're well aware that this has been a 3 to 5 day target anyway at 183.06, following Monday's open and close back above 164.75. And assuming we open today above 173.74, that would be about a 4-day time horizon. 1, 2, 3, 4, Thursday the 4th day, 183.06, able to contain session strength. And if we close today above 183.06, 3 to 5 day swing traders get back on the long side, anticipating 197.22, which is a 2 to 3 week objective anyway, above 164.75. So if we close today above 183.06, we should by the end of next week or sooner test this 197.22 channel top, where we could top out through the month of April. And if settled above not only it, but also the 204 even speed line, we should see meaningful bullish continuation into May, June, 244.39, then expected over the following couple of months. Can you prepare for 244.39? In other words, with this recent reversal, buy signal based on a failed sell signal, can you, for instance, reach for 240 strike out of the money calls that don't expire for at least 6 months? And the answer to that is yes. But in terms of sort of a peel away, accelerated, more vertical dynamic as we move through April and into May, June, that would come with a settlement above 204 even. And so I'll leave it to you. I think what you can do, as I have been saying, is following that buy signal on Monday, you can prepare for 197 to 204. That could mean reaching for a 195 or 200 strike out of the money calls. This is a 2 to 3 week target, so I would give it, I would have my expiration at like 6 to 8 weeks or so, twice the distance in time as the projected target time horizon, if you catch my drift. So that pretty much summarizes the upside. Let's talk downside today, that if we break, especially if we open below 173.74, I don't see a reason for it fundamentally, but I'm not a fundamentalist. I don't study the fundamentals really. I will just say that if we open below 173.74, we could unwind all the way back to 164.75 today, part of a range down to 164.37 that can contain selling through April, and above which 197.22 still remains a 2 to 3 week objective. In terms of a sell signal, I don't see us closing below 164.75 today, but I'll take you back to this chart here, and that is to say that yes, if we close below 164.37, by a 1% margin of 162.72, and as I've been saying now this week, I really think it is a settlement below the low from a week ago, last week's low of 160.51. If we close tomorrow, Friday, the week itself, below 160.51, then I see a clear sign of continued weakness as we move through April. 127.76 would be considered a 3 to 5 week target, and as we move through the rest of the second quarter, this 86.18 to 101.81 region within 2 to 3 months. But we're a long way from that. Probability, once again, suggests recovery into the upper 190s, low 200 area before this market is likely to grow tired, I think, on at least a near to midterm basis, which is 3 to 5 weeks, we could fall back into the mid 160s. I think that is the play still as we look into later April trade. I'm looking to see if there's anything else that needs to be said. I will leave you with this image. 173.74 remains a pivot point for the day, above which 183.06 is in reach, and below which we could fall back to 164.75. I'm going to leave it at that. Please click like, share, subscribe. Hey, check out wickedstocks.com. We've put out 2 stock picks this week. I'm drawing a blank on the first one, but on Wednesday we put one out on Intel, and on Tuesday we put out, what was it? My goodness, I cannot remember it, but it was a good one. You should check it out. You can do so for free. wickedstocks.com. We offer a 5-day free trial up front. That's all I've got for Thursday's Tesla. I'll be back, of course, tomorrow with Fridays, and you have a great evening.